What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Madden 21 Connected Franchise Series video. It is week 2 for the New York Jets, and last week obviously was a tough loss. In week 2, they're going to be making their home debut this season, taking on the 1-0 Los Angeles Rams, a Rams team that put up 40 points last week in their opener at home against the Niners. The weather here today, it's 79 degrees. It is windy. 10 to 15 mile per hour winds. The wind is going to pick up a little bit as this game moves along. But outside of that, it's a beautiful day here in East Rutherford, New Jersey. But now about the Jets. The Jets had a tough game last week, and really it was the offense that let them down in week 1. Their offense has to do a much better job, mainly up front and mainly in the running game. And after the Rams scored a touchdown on their opening drive after the Jets kicked it off, here is the Jets offense. Here's their quarterback. Not a bad game in week 1, but just not enough. And this is not how you want to start off a game. False start on Jared Wilkins, the Pro Bowl fullback. And on 1st and 15 after the false start, it's going to be a gain of nothing. We saw a lot of that in week 1. We saw a lot of that against a Buffalo Bills team that ended up winning in week 2 against the Dolphins, which we will look at the box score by the time this game's over. Samson Mabukam is going to be her on the play. I hope I pronounced that correctly. He's actually going to head back into the locker room and get checked out. We'll see if he returns. 3rd and 11. Owens in a shotgun, and it's going to be Denzel Mims. And Denzel Mims puts on the Jets, turns on the Jets. He's in the clear, and he's going to be taken down at the 8. What a play for Denzel Mims. Turning on the absolute burners and making a huge play. A gain of 69 yards on the play. Terrell Burgess was the one that tracked him down. And they sent pressure. They sent pressure on the play. And they got absolutely burned. Absolutely, positively burned. Handoff here to, I think that's Kalian Lake. 3rd down and goal from, 2nd down and goal from the 1, excuse me. It's going to be handed off to Ben Coven. He will find the end zone. That's a touchdown for the New York Jets. That is a really good response if you're the New York Jets. Rams get a touchdown, you respond right back with one of your own. 1st down 10 and a good knockdown pass. I believe that is the brother of Owen Sullivan, Sean Sullivan. We'll go more into detail another time about Sean Sullivan. But on 2nd down and 10, it's going to be a handoff for a gain of 7 to Ben Coven. He had a very rough night in Buffalo. Very rough night. He's hoping to have a better performance here today. And 3rd down and 3, you just can't afford to miss that throw like that. Incompletion and a punt. Now the Jets defense gotta stop. And good move from, I believe that might be Khalid Lake. That is gonna be a good play from him. 3rd down and 3, and it's gonna be a throw to the flat and great play from Terrell Burgess. Incomplete. Both teams have to punt. Now let's go to the next drive, as this ball is going to be returned to the 24-yard line. It is a 10-7 game, and the 4th-year man, Owen Phillips, is going to travel back out to the field, and on 1st down 10, the pass is incomplete, knocked away. 2nd down and 10 from the 24-yard line. And it's going to be a handoff to Ben Coven, and he picks up about 2 yards. And now it is the end of the 1st quarter. 3rd down and 8, and it seems like a weird look from the Rams defense. Not a great throw from Owen Phillips, but Christopher Herndon catches the pass, and the refs say he has enough for a first. That looks very questionable to me. I think he's short. 1st down 10 from the 34-yard line, and I think that's Lake with the carry, showing off some speed, and he picks up a 1st down with a gain of 12. 1st down 10 from the 47-yard line. Owen's going to drop back. He's going to fire over the middle field to get picked. The safety dropped it in, but there is a flag on the field, and this one is going to stay the Jets' ball roughing the passer on Aaron Donald. Rams fans probably don't like the call. I understand the call after Ben Colvin picks up 3, but that is definitely a bailout in my opinion. Second down and 7, Matthew Foster, Pro Bowl receiver, picks up 14. That is going to be enough for a first down, 5 for 9 for 100 yards for Owen Phillips. Obviously, a lot of those yards came off that 69-yard pass. And on first down 10, we're going to get a false start on Mekhi Becton, who got paid last year. Owen Phillips is looking for a contract himself, as on first down 15, he finds Denzel Mims once again for a gain of 12. Second down 3, handoff to Ben Colvin is going to pick up a gain of 4. That will be enough for a first down. This Jets offense has done a much better job of getting off to a good start here really early on in this game. I was about to say first quarter. Second down and 6. From the 6, it's going to be a drop back. It is going to be Kaleem Lake making the catch. Now you got a third down and 2. Third down 2 from the 2. It is going to be caught. Denzel Mims, touchdown, New York. Denzel. All right, here is the next drive for the New York Jets. They're going to open up at the 50. I think that could have easily been a penalty on Blake Cashman. In my opinion, that should have easily been a penalty. Owen Phillips threw his second touchdown pass of the season. And as I said, they're going to open up this thing at the 50. They nearly had a delay of game, but it is Matthew Foster making the catch over the middle of the field, gain of 9. Yeah, I thought that should have been called, but it wasn't. Let's just move on. Second down and 1 from the 41-yard line. Ben Coleman in the backfield, he's going to get on the carry, and he's going to pick up a gain of 4. He's off to a much better start here in this first half compared to what he did in against Buffalo. I don't know why I was blanking. I'm sorry. Second down and 4. And it's going to be a blitz from the Rams, but it won't matter. Owen finds Denzel Mims for the first down. Great job from Denzel and Owen beating the blitz. There goes Kaleem Lake. I was about to say Kaleem. Sorry. That's for a gain of 9. Second down and 1 from the 16. And Owen, he's going to find Denzel Mims. And that is going to be enough for a first down, gain of 12. First down goal from the 4. It's going to be handoff to that's Kareem Whitfield, excuse me. And that is going to be 6 for the New York Jets. Yes, that is Kareem Whitfield. And that is his first NFL rushing touchdown of his career. Congratulations. You better not throw away that football, man. That's your first one. You better keep that football, big boy. Great job and way to keep fighting. And I think one thing I don't think many people thought coming into this game, I don't think many people thought the Jets were going to have any success running the football against this Rams front 7. They're not just having success. They're right now dominating the line of scrimmage. And that is not easy to do against Aaron Donald and those guys up front. Now, the Rams didn't do anything again. And now, Denzel Mims, 5 catches for over 100 yards. There's a reason why the Jets paid him last year. And a good move, I think that's Kaleem Lake. 5 carries for 35 yards. He has shown up today. Second down 5 from the 33-yard line. Owen Phillips, there's going to be a blitz, and he just throws it out of bounds. And this is going to be called intentional grounding. Just a out of football character play from Owen Phillips. And because of that play, 3rd and 15, a drive can possibly just be killed. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that. Sorry. But yeah, that play just killed the drive. First down 10 from the 11. I don't know the YouTube rules. I'm sorry. And let's see what the Jets do here. They didn't call a timeout after they forced the stop, so the Jets really don't have much time. There goes Ben Colvin with the catch, and only a gain of 2. 13 and 18 for 158 yards. and a touchdown, and we're going to go into halftime. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, this is a 4:15 game. So there's already games that have already been decided. That's why you guys probably see the scores at the bottom of your screen. Most of you guys probably do understand that. But you guys see, Jacksonville beats the Patriots. Gardner Minshew had a fantastic day. And maybe they should have ran the ball more with Alvin Kamara. 9 carries for 40 yards. I mean, that's a tough one for the Patriots. But this game has been filled with big plays and surprisingly a great job from the guys up front on both sides of the ball. Here is the halftime numbers. I don't think anybody really anticipated this happening. Anticipated the Jets performing the way that they have performed today. They've done a better job on third down. When they've gotten into the red zone, they have scored touchdowns instead of kicking field goals today. Our secondary at times has struggled, but they have thrown the football a lot with Jared Goff and those receivers. And I think our guys have battled in the back end of the defense. Christopher Herndon IV probably needs to get more involved on offense. But I think the story of this game has been the battle in the running game on both sides of the ball. I think many people expected the Rams to win that battle. Right now, currently, the Jets now are not just winning it. They are dominating. And that's going to have to be the same thing in the second half. I'll see you. Welcome to the second half here, everybody. As we're going to open up the second half with a false start. Looked like to me that was Max Sharping that committed the false start. Now it's a first down 15. Owen Phillips going to fire on the middle field, and he's going to connect with Denzel Mims. And that's how I might actually say all these pass plays from here on out. Connect. Second down and 6. Owen Phillips fires and can't connect with Matthew Foster, who was the intended receiver, incomplete. Third down and 6 from the 31-yard line. Owen Phillips drops back and he connects with Matthew Foster. He puts it on the turf. He fumbles it, and it's going to be recovered by Terrell Burgess. It was Jalen Ramsey, one of the best in the game, no shadow of a doubt about that, and no shadow of a doubt about it being a fumble. Now our defense held him to 3 points. An outstanding job by this defense. And they're playing much better than what I originally thought they would be playing in this game. But to be honest with you, they're just wow. First down and 10. Owen Phillips, he's going to drop back. He's going to fire over the middle field, and he's going to connect with Matthew Foster. Owen Phillips, not wasting any time, going back to his Pro Bowl wide receiver. Second down and 3. I believe that's Ben Colvin picking up a gain of about 5-ish, or let's just say a first down 10, and Owen Phillips, he's going to get drilled, but he's going to connect with Levi Bates. Owen got drilled like practically immediately. It just seems like to me, my man on the right side got dumped. And there goes, I believe, a gain of 4 on the run. Second down 6, and Owen tries to connect with Darian Wiley. He does get the feet down, and it's now a 3rd and 1. 2:04 through the air, and a touchdown pass. Great timing. Ball a little bit far out in front, but it's enough for a first. Well, not enough for a first down. 3rd down 1, and Kareem Whitfield gets stuffed on the run. Not a great job by the pulling guard on the trap, but they're gonna go for it here. They're going to go for it. No receivers, just straight tight ends and backs. And it's just a QB sneak. And Owen Phillips picks it up himself. And the drive will continue. First down 10 from the 36-yard line. Owen in the shotgun. And it's going to be a handoff. Khalil Lake. Khalil, I think that's the proper way to pronounce it. He loses 2. Second down and 12, and Owen Phillips is going to go to the sideline and connect with Matthew Foster. That is a gain of about 5. 3rd and 7 from the 33-yard line. Owen's going to drop back. He's going to connect with Denzel Mims. and that is going to be short of the first down markers by 2. And this is going to be a 44-yarder by Tyler Taylor, and he drills it. Pretty much puts it right down the middle, and you guys see the numbers on this net so far in the second half for Owen Phillips. Not many yards, but he's been efficient. First down 10, Owen's going to drop back. He's going to connect with Darian Wiley. He went up against Jalen Ramsey on the play. And that's enough for a first down. On first down 10, I believe that's Killian Lake. Only gain of 1. The running game hasn't really been there here in the second half. Second down 9 from the 40. And that is going to be a completion. I believe that's Darian Wiley who made the play. Great job by the offensive line picking up the blitz. You gotta give credit where credit's due. And now we are in the fourth quarter. I think many people probably expected this game to go a bit differently. And third down and 3, Christopher Herndon, the fourth, makes, I believe, only his second catch of the ball game. But it's going to be enough for a first down. John Johnson, the third, was the one that made the play on first down and 10. It's going to be a handoff to, I believe that is Killian Lake. And that's going to be a gain of about 2. Second down and 8. And it's going to be a handoff to Killian Lake again. Another gain of 2. Not much on those last 2 plays. Now it's empty set. They send pressure, and there goes Killian Lake. I think he gets enough. Indeed he does. Not a lot of passing yards for Owen Phillips here in the second half, but it's been the efficiency. That's been the key. And on first down 10, Ben Colvin does not gain anything. Like I said, the running game has not really been there here in the second half. But Christopher Herndon, the fourth, is starting to be there here in this fourth quarter. That's going to be enough for a first down. First down 10 from the 25 in the I form. It's going to be Ben Colvin getting the carry. He has some room, and he's going to pick up a gain of 8. Probably the best run of the second half. Actually, no, not probably. Definitely. On second down and 2, he's wide open. And maybe some miscommunication, but that needs to be a connection. But this one gets connected right there on third and 2 between Owen Phillips and Matthew Foster. Down at the 5. This drive has taken quite a bit of time. Rhyming accidentally. I'm sorry. First down and goal from the 5. Ben Colvin picks up 4. Overall, he's played a much better game in terms of his efficiency. And on second down and goal, Owen tries to go to the flat. He does complete the pass, but for no gain. Third down goal, one wide receiver out there, and Ben Colvin pounds it in. Touchdown, New York. And it seems like to me this game is pretty much over, which it is. The Jets are going to move to 1-1 after a big time win over the Los Angeles Rams, and they win this game 38-16. Now, what you guys did not see was a pick 6 and 2 red zone trips for the Los Angeles Rams in the fourth quarter after that touchdown. 2 turnovers, a fumble, and a pick 6. That's how we ended up with the score that we got. Overall, I think this was a good game for us on offense. I thought the offense played well. I think the running game could have done a better job in the second half. But the way that we were able to play in the first half was definitely something I'm very happy about, especially with the way that we were able to pass it. But the way that we were able to run the football and the way that we were able to clean up the penalties in the second half, that was definitely probably the biggest positive, in my opinion, was our ability to clean up, some of the mental errors with the penalties and stuff like that. But we got a win that we had to get. This was one that we had to win. We had to win. We had to get it done. Now our defense and our secondary is still a bit dicey, but they literally had about 25 pass attempts by the time the first half was over. Maybe even more than that. I can't fully remember. But in my opinion, you can't really ask much more of the defense. I mean, the defense played another great game. The run defense was outstanding Oh, I wouldn't say outstanding. They were big time. They played really good. They played pretty great. They were great. They were big time. The run defense was big time. You know. So let's go talk about the Seattle Seahawks. The guy only one guy will be missing this game, and that is Dorian Armstrong. Now let's talk about the scores around the league. The Bengals get their first win of the year. The defending champs are now 0-2. Joe Burrow was outstanding. I mean, 28 of 32. I mean, just nasty. Just nasty, man. He made the Pro Bowl a year ago. I think Joe Burrow's starting to really establish himself as one of the best in football. And here is the Miami Dolphins. Now, Josh Allen, he did end up throwing 2 picks, but they ended up winning this game by 12 points. Tua did not have a good game at all. Jalen Hurts gets his first win as a Falcon and gets his first win as a starter. 21 of 34, over 240 yards and a touchdown. And the Seahawks get it done against the Cardinals. Now, this isn't going to be the only thing that we talk about, because usually we do scout the other team, the episode before. We do usually do that. But we will also be looking at this right here, which will be the contracts. Now, Sam Dickerson, who's a first-year starter, won last week, couldn't get it done, couldn't really get much going on offense, And there goes Trent Young. We'll be seeing him in 2 weeks. 309 through the air, 3 touchdowns, no interceptions. He was outstanding in this game. And by the way, he just got paid. 6 years, $209 million. Over $30 million a year. Now, let's talk about the Seattle Seahawks team. And we'll talk about the contracts in a little bit. Will Disley is their tight end. You guys already seen they have Russ and DK. But let's take a look at this offensive line. Connor McGovern is at their center spot. Damian Lewis, probably one of their best, easily one of their best offensive linemen. Caleb McGarry, Darrell Taylor. Dorian Armstrong will not play in this game. It's going to be Junior Cox, the 4th-year man out of Wisconsin, will be making the start next week. Poona Ford, Mr. Reed, Cody Barnes is at the left outside linebacker. They have Jordan Brooks, Damian Vernon, and Juan Wallace. Ben Burke-Kirven is at the right outside linebacker spot. And the corners, they actually have some good ones. Not as good as the Rams, but we can't take them lightly by any stretch of the imagination. They got 4 or 5 really good corners. 4 to 5 really good corners. Now they're good in different things. And they also have Quandre Diggs, and obviously probably the most heavy-hitting safety, or at least one of them, in Jamal Adams. We can't really be running into him too often, Now the contract, Owen's due for his next contract extension. 5 years. That contract right there wouldn't even make him the highest-paid quarterback in the league. That would probably put him close to like 10 to 15, and that would definitely be a bargain for the Jets. So we'll see when this contract gets done, and I'll see you guys for next week's for week 3 against the Seahawks. Hope you guys liked the video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys next time. Have a great day. Peace.